Welcome to the Bougie Black Brother Network.
Good evening and welcome to Black in a Tesla. I'm Michael, your Bougie Black Brother, and I'm here with my wife Alicia.
Hello everybody.
So we've been getting into some like small little blogs and different things that we've been talking with people, and there's a lot of misconceptions about EVs, not just Tesla, but just EV in general. And we wanted to kind of talk through some things because it seems as though we constantly talking about the same thing over and over and over. So we wanted to kind of just, some of the high points we kind of wanted to talk about and go from there. So what is like one of the main things that you'd be like, damn, I'm tired of saying this same thing over.
Does it take gas?
Does it take gas? This is an electric vehicle, EV. Not a hybrid.
Now, don't get me wrong. We have seen some people try to pump gas in an electric car.
Because they're assuming it's a hybrid. So, if you're looking at it, hybrids, let's look at that right quickly. Hybrids is a combination of gas and electric motor, but it's really running off both. It's not an electric car. Then you got a plug-in hybrid, which is you charge it and you get a certain amount of electricity, and you have gas. My boy, he has a Volt, which is gone. He has a Volt, but he loves to be able to use most of the electricity, and then when he needs to, he fills up with his gas. So that's part of that anxiety. So when you say, where does the gas go? No, it doesn't have gas. It's strictly electric. So, going from that, then they ask, well, if it's electric, how far does it go?
Yeah, and where do you charge at?
How far does it go? Mm-hmm. Because they said it only goes about 50 to 100 miles. No, is you still thinking about a hybrid. So, right now, what we're looking at.
Every car range is different.
Yes.
Okay, so if you get a Jaguar, it's going to be different from the other one? Audi. And then it's going to be different from
a Golf,
and then from Tesla.
And then a Nissan.
Yep. And so everybody's going to have a different range. So you got to understand which car do you want to go the range you think you need for the way you travel.
Which is how you travel.
And don't forget, we got BMW.
Oh, yeah, the BMW.
Yes. Okay.
Which
we already test drive. And so, but the thing is that do you want to do just city travel? Mm-hmm. Or do you want to do long travel, like long distance travel, like, do road trips?
Or out of town travel.
Yeah.
Because anything that's 100 plus, that's that anxiety that a lot of people have.
Right.
But if you are local somewhere, or you just going back and forth within the city and all, why would you want 300 plus miles? Why would you want 250 plus miles? If you drive within the city and you shop within the city, you stop within the city.
And you don't go that far, because I know a lot of people don't travel but maybe 10 miles from their house.
Yep.
And so, but with us, we love to travel. We like to drive. Mm-hmm. And so getting in the car and just going somewhere, we wanted something with a lot of range, a long range on it. Yep. And, with a Tesla, you'll get in over 300 miles depending on what year of a Tesla you get. So it varies with an S and it varies with an X.
And with the 3.
And the 3, exactly. So, I mean, even those who have Tesla, before they buy it, they had range anxiety as well. But once they get into it, they were like, okay, it's awesome. The next thing is the charging.
Yeah. So, how do I charge? So, these are the two main points that you just need to look at. Do you own a home? And how your home is, or do you live in an apartment or a complex? So, if you're looking at those two, where do you charge? But let's start with the home. In the home, you can put your own charging station in there. Now, there's options with that. You can do the 120.
Yes.
Or you can do the 240. So we got a 240. So we put like your washing machine on your dryer.
Yeah, it's like a connection. Yeah, it's like outlet, like a wash and dry outlet. Definitely, so
plug that in there. If you got it in your garage, pull that one out.
Yep, and just plug it in.
Slap that one in there, and you get a good charge. So we normally get a good charge For about 5 hours, total charge if we're less than 100 miles still left.
And it depends, because I mean, some of us talked about this on our Tesla Diva group, where you got how much when you charge at home. You charge at a certain time, so each state is going to be different. Like in Georgia, if you charge anytime after 11 o'clock, they give you a discount on your charging. So that's another advantage for some people. Then in other states, it's going to vary. So those are things that, really people don't understand when it comes down to charging. And then when you're traveling and you're driving long distance, for example, superchargers.
Superchargers or just regular chargers.
Right, there's regular chargers. And if you're a Tesla owner, normally you want to stop at a supercharger because you get a faster charge than any of the other regular chargers.
Absolutely.
So normally if you go to a supercharger, like we were heading from Atlanta to North Carolina, and we stopped in Greensville, South Carolina, and it took 30 minutes to charge maybe about 125 miles, I think it was.
No, it was a little more than that.
It was more than that?
Yeah, it was a little more than that.
I mean, that's vary. So let's say 200 miles. And it was like 35 minutes. And it goes like really, really super fast charging, and then
when you get to the end,
it goes like really slow.
So if you're smart, as soon as it start going slow, I didn't get a full charge, let me get up out of here.
Right.
And then you save on time, and you have enough charge at least to get to your next stop, or you get to your destination, and then your next stop, you do your charge before you leave.
Now, another issue or situation is that when we were talking to some people, is the fact, well, I don't want to sit 30 minutes waiting on a charge. Well, that's on you.
That's on you.
Right. But for us,
it got nothing to do with me.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a personal choice.
You filling up a tank, and it's going to cost you, depending on what kind of car, let's say SUV.
Yep.
And you're talking about $40 to $50 for a full tank, maybe a little bit more.
Oh, no.
Maybe.
If you truly got that SUV, you paying between $50 and $70.
Well, yes, that depends. Yes,
Yep.
You're right about that. But for us to sit just 30 minutes for a charge, it can be free, or it can be less than $7.
Yep, about $7.
And so I don't care. I wait. We chill. We listen to our music. And if it's in the right area and it's like near a strip mall or shopping center, we just leave the car there. And go shopping or go looking around, go to the bathroom. We went to the bathroom,
Bio breaks.
or we go get some coffee.
So that's the other thing you got to take in consideration. There's a lot of people when they travel, they stop at the gas station. One person's filling up, one person goes in and get the snacks, and they rotate and they go to the bathroom. Well, we just plug in. We both go in, either use the restrooms, get a couple of snacks. By the time we get back, that's maybe an additional 10 minutes or so that's left. Hey, we're good. It's part of the trip.
Yes. Another thing is, which is really cool, you're not the only Tesla parked there.
Yep.
And so you kind of like, you're in like the Tesla family thing, and everybody gets to meet everybody. It's like, what kind of car you have? You love your car? Hey, little bro. I like this. Hey, what you doing? It's so, like, it's really, really cool.
Yeah.
And so that's another thing, because, again, you get to go to the gas station, fill yourself up, you go inside, get yourself, and then you keep on moving. But you get to meet a lot of different people. It's a great opportunity to interact with other people, Tesla owners.
Yeah. We're part of a big social network because of actual Tesla, and people want to know, what did you do, or what did you add to your car, or what is this and what is that. You get to interact and you see different things, and even having that conversation of why they got the car, or they said, this is my second one and I'm moving on. So it's really, really interesting. So the charging is something that you have to be able to understand, and grab the apps and look forward to our app review, because there's a couple of different apps that you can get so you can see which charges they are. Right now, like ChargePoint and Volta and the regular Tesla, but there's a couple of other ones that's out there. So we took that away. Just like a gas station, you go to a charging point. So there's a lot of little ones all over the place.
Right. Another thing is that one person had mentioned to me and I kind of like, really seriously, they worried about putting the mileage on their Tesla.
So that's the difference between Tesla and other ones.
Right. Yeah. So they figured the more mileage you put on the car, it has a less, like a depreciation value. What people don't understand is the people who buy Tesla use it for the purpose of driving a long periods of time where they don't have to put gas in their car. So if you're like a person who job requires them to drive from state to state to state, going back and forth, because I've known people who have to travel 100 miles a day. They would prefer to drive in an electric car. And you just think about it. You put 100 miles, if you put gas in your car with 100 miles a day, you're filling your tank up at least 3 times a week. Maybe more.
A lot more than that.
Yeah. So, and then you equate how much money that is. So the best bet is, this is why a lot of people decide to get a Tesla for the purpose of they ain't got to put all that gas money in an electric car.
Tune in next time when we go into part 2 of our Myths in EV series with me and the ghost of Alicia. Thank you.